Hello and welcome to Lean Startups, Management 304. I treat the first class as kind of an awkward first date so that you can make sure that you're in the right class, or if you need to change to another class that might fit your needs better. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the structure of the class, the course objectives, and we'll talk a little bit about introductions. You'll notice in this class that I don't have any written text. I rely on Steve Blank's massive open online course from Stanford, and then many other videos and sources that are available online. This is not a business plan class, so you're not going to write a business plan. Instead of planning, you're going to be focused on doing. There's a video below this video that you can view that explains what the business model canvas is, which is one piece of paper with 9 different parts describing a business model. This course utilizes a new process called the Lean Startup methodology, and it was developed in Silicon Valley in the Bay Area and has quickly taken over higher education. Many startup accelerators use this process. It has really changed the way entrepreneurship is taught. This is what the business model canvas looks like, and in the video below you'll be able to get further explanation about the business model canvas, or BMC. So what's new about this methodology? Well, it is focused on trying to find a viable business model through testing. It's not about execution, it's not about planning, it's not a business plan. You're trying to go out and test a business idea with experiential learning. So you can see the picture here is blacksmiths. You're trying to understand what works by actually doing. So you have to do to learn, so you're going to be able to work with others. You don't have to. You can do the class project alone, but it works better if you work with others. And if you don't do your part, you're not going to learn as much. So it's not a difficult class that has super hard concepts that you need to memorize, but it's actually something where you have to actually go out and do. You have to go places and you have to talk to people. That might be hard for some people, but might be interesting to others. The whole idea is that we can prevent failure sooner. So instead of developing products that take a lot of time and effort that we think are great, and then we try to sell them and we find that there's no market, we try to short circuit that process by figuring out if people are interested and have the same problem that we think that they have before we actually put a bunch of time and money into it. So the project for the class, I'll explain the original process and then an alternative. In the original process, you come up with an idea that you think that you could actually implement during the semester. You can work with 1 to 3 students on that idea. It should be something that's kind of new, nothing illegal, of course. You map it out on the business model canvas, go and do interviews to help refine, to see if this is actually a problem that people are having, and then you go out and try to sell. An interim report and then a final report about your efforts to sell, and you gather a lot of data to be able to gain insights about the business model. And so the idea was that you could do something where you actually made money and you're trying to test it. What I found is that a lot of students, they just don't really have business ideas that they could implement. Either they don't have the skills or they're just not thinking about that much. And then I get a bunch of projects that are not that good. So I've developed an alternative process that will help to eliminate projects that are not really real, working on something that you feel like you're just jumping through hoops on, and it will help you probably learn more with the same amount of effort. So I'll explain that alternative in future videos and in other pages on the web campus site, but it will make the process shorter and help you learn more, and then also help me by not having to review projects that are not real. Part of the effort at the beginning of the course is to get to know each other. I have a personal introduction video that you can watch so that you can get to know me, and then I give you a chance to do a personal introduction of yourself through a video, which is a great opportunity. I think of the value of a college education as having 3 parts. The first is knowledge. So you can get a lot of the knowledge that you get at college from a lot of other sources. I try to keep you up to date and give you valuable resources that you can obtain freely, but you could do that on your own probably. The second is signaling. You get this stamp of approval, a certification of your knowledge or your hard work. The harder it is to get that stamp of approval, the more valuable it is. So if you go to Harvard, you have this stamp of approval that you're really smart for the rest of your life. And the reason it's valuable is it's really hard to get. But the third thing is that you get networks. And networks are easier to build if you have interaction between people on an ongoing basis and multiple interactions. You have that opportunity in this course. The value of your networks will be influenced by the type of relationships that you try to make. So try to make good ones. Try to present yourself in your personal introduction video well so that you can meet other people that are interesting and want to work hard. You'll want to work as a group probably. Try to make those choices strategically so that you get good people in your group. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Lean Startup methodology. You'll need to get started soon, so please don't put that off. Start looking through the course website, read the syllabus, think of something that you could sell if you're really interested in selling. Otherwise you'll be able to do the alternative project that will help you to develop interview skills and analysis skills. And then try to meet your classmates. Use the discussion boards and everything. So welcome to class. Please contact me if you have any questions. I'm willing to meet with you in person or online, and I'm pretty flexible in my schedule. Thanks a lot.